If you can hear me, good afternoon. Regarding public buildings not made accessible and available to persons with disabilities.
Yes, so like you heard, Ghana passed the disability law in 2006, and in that law there were provisions that to make all public buildings accessible to people with disabilities. And in the law, 10-year moratorium was put in there to give us a whole decade to prepare to make all buildings, public buildings, accessible to people with disability. But 7 years after the expiration of the moratorium, most public buildings are still inaccessible to people with disabilities, especially those in wheelchairs. And so that's why today we are trying to find out from the people most affected, that's people living with disabilities, what they make of our performance as a nation in the implementation of the disability law. And just to illustrate what I'm talking about, we are currently at the Presby Church in Sunyani, and if you can see this entrance, it is steps which will not be accessible to somebody in a wheelchair. So today we are going to talk to the chairman of the Bono Region Ghana Federation of the Disabled. This is his wheelchair, and as you can see, it's packed outside because there was no way he could take it inside due to these steps. So we want to find out from Mr. Owusu Ansah. You are welcome to GBC's Real News.
Thank you.
So, as somebody who has been in wheelchair for a long time, how do you see Ghana's performance in implementation of the disability law, especially the aspect that calls for making public buildings accessible to people like you?
Very low. Very low. And those who provide the what do you call it, the grounds for us to be able to get inside such buildings, we see that we have the correct measurement. They fail to provide that measurement. Accounts that if you are in wheelchair or tricycle, you cannot enter the entrance.
I see.
And two,
so as an association, do you guys monitor the provision of public buildings, especially the new ones, to ensure that they put in facilities to make it accessible to you guys? Because I realize that lots of new buildings go up and it's still not accessible to you.
Yes, for this church, for instance, this is the place that I attend church. So one opening forum, I spoke about that church, and they made certain one ramps at the side of the church building. But others also adamant. They don't do anything about it. I was teaching at the Clamanfo SHS. So when I saw that they were building constructions there, so I tried to lobby or to influence that they will make that building inaccessible. The contractor told me that never. According to the contract, they didn't make provision for that thing, so they didn't do anything about it. This is assembly government agency for making forbidding they also the new building that they built, they didn't make a provision for disabled.
I see.
And behind that building, they have built a pool for disabled, for we the disabled. Even no ramps for a disabled to climb to that story building.
I see. Great. So as an association, have you made any approaches to government to get these things corrected?
And then for all forums, International Day for the Disabilities, when we are what do we call it? We are celebrating our anniversaries. We do invite some people. We make that a full respect, but nothing.
So, have you given up, or what's next? How do you ensure that we correct these anomalies as a nation? What's the way forward?
I've now been invited as a chairperson for Ghana Federation for Disabled for the region. I'm now trying to find a way. If they fail, then we know we shall our report to the national. I know at times the national give us the directive to demonstrate, or at times we should bring the information to them so that they start from the national. So when we meet, then we know what to do.
Okay. Well, we are hoping to get officials from the Department of Social Welfare. So hopefully next week we are going to try and get them to find out what they make of the situation and what is being done to make life bearable for them. But beyond accessibility of public buildings, what are some of the other challenges confronting people with disabilities?
Okay, education too, because all boils down to the accessibility. At times, university, when you go out, all the libraries are at the top of the story buildings. Me, for instance, when I attended Winneba, University of Education, I went to what we call it, the library for not more than 3 times. Because at times I let somebody to make a photocopy for what the research that because of this, some of first have decided not to pursue for their master's degree. Because of such a thing.
I see.
Because they'll find it difficult to, because all the master's degree boils down to research. And they can't travel for the and also because of mobility problems too.
Okay, so you're on real time. Before you go, I want you to look in the camera and talk to the powers that be about what you expect from them.
Okay, those who are on authority, disability is anybody's lot. What we are doing and fighting for, maybe a time will come, I will not enjoy it. But maybe you, able person, tomorrow maybe you run in an accident or something may happen to you, or you get or you become an old person. How will you enjoy that facility? So I'm feeling that they should help us. They should help us to get access to the public places. But the unfortunate thing is that when we fight for the place and they do it out, we don't know even the able person. They are the people who have been using that place.
Okay.
So we are feeling that the public should help us so that we get the public places accessible. And also to our brothers who are deaf people, who are difficult in hearing, they have a problem. Public places like court, hospital, when they go there, they don't have any different type. So when somebody is sick and he goes to a hospital and he puts the head, so what the doctor's mind will tell him, then he maybe something has hit the head, or when you get a fever, you get a headache.
Right, John.
So what the doctor's mind will tell you, then you give
hello.
Yes.
that medicine for
A quick one. Just a question for
All right.
Mr. Owusu.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes, I want to find out. You told us you are.
From the studio.
Yes, please. You just said you are the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Sinyari. And that's why Mr. Owusu has fellowships.
Yes.
So let's ask him, has he spoken with the church administration to at least make that particular church building at least friendly or accessible to
He
persons with disabilities?
He actually said that he made a complaint about it to the church. And the church listened to him and provided a ramp. So on authority, I can tell you that a little distance from here, there's a ramp provided for people in wheelchairs thanks to a complaint made by Mr. Owusu Ansa. So yes, indeed, he has made a complaint before and the church has acted on it.
Thank you, John Samata. That was our Bono Regional Chairman of the Ghana Federation of the Disabled, Mr. Owusu Ansa. In that, his assessment of Ghana not meeting the standard of putting our buildings accessible to persons with disability is either low or poor.